Hey guys, Gaby with Gadget Review, and right next to me I've got Flashpoint's matte box, follow focus, and shoulder rig, and we're gonna unbox them right now. So the other night, Adorama sent me a box full of goodies from Flashpoint. I grabbed my knife. Of course, be careful when opening new stuff with a knife. Don't poke the products. Not a good thing to do. Lots of packing material. And then my lovely new toys, the matte box, the shoulder rig, and the follow focus. So the matte box, I opened it right up, and right on top of course, you can see were the two side wings and the French flag that goes on top. I started to actually look a little bit more in the box and see if there were instructions, and noticed that there weren't any. But the more I messed around with it, the more I realized there's really no need for instructions. Everything's pretty straightforward. All the knobs on the matte box are bright blue, have a good grip, and just allow you to tighten and loosen as needed. There were also several donuts to place around the lens and the matte box, but again, I'll get into more of that with the actual review. So I started messing a little bit with the trays for the filters, but of course I actually don't have any since this is my first matte box, so I'll have to get back to that later. So the shoulder rig, it's just kind of like Legos. You just kind of put everything together, but you don't really need instructions for this. It's pretty straightforward. I took both sets of railings, attached them together, put the mount on top, and again, same thing, the blue screws that are very easy to tighten and loosen, and put the mount on. And then of course the last piece was the gripping mechanism in the front, which I just wanted to make sure I put on correctly. But again, even if you put it on incorrectly, it's not like it's gonna fall apart. And last but not least was, of course, the follow focus, which came pretty much as two pieces. The mechanism itself, which attaches onto the rig, and then a gear belt that, of course, screws onto the focus on your lens. So not too much in that box. Initial thoughts before I get to the review later on. The shoulder rig was a piece of cake to put together and felt beyond solid. The piece of plastic that ends up going on your shoulder isn't any kind of Tempur-Pedic material, but it's very comfortable for what it needs to be. Again, I'm shooting everything on a DSLR, so I don't have that much weight going on it, so of course it's mostly for stability. The mount, of course, like I said, with a quick couple loosening of the blue screws and whatnot, slides up and down the rail very nicely to adjust to whatever you really need. The one other thing I noticed about the shoulder rig was that the plate to attach onto my camera was fairly long, so the screw underneath was fairly long, so I actually had to get a washer. Thanks to my pops, he made me a custom washer because I was way too lazy to go to Home Depot, and the next day I was mounting it up perfectly. So the follow focus was honestly a piece of cake to put right onto the rig, snaps on, you tighten it, and then after you put the gear belt on the lens, it just slides together, and immediately you feel the difference in how easy it is to focus and how much more control you have over the focus of your lens. And I didn't really mess too much with the matte box because I think you have to have that set up a little bit more properly. There are little bits of fine tuning depending on the lens you use, making sure that no light bounces in and out. So I'll get to more of that in the full review, so make sure to come back and check that out when that is up. And I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. Please click up top to subscribe. More videos to come, more videos every Wednesday. And again, the more subscribers we have, the more videos we can do. So thanks again. Have a good rest of the day.